Hi everybody! I recently asked my patrons on Patreon whether or not they would want a voiceover on an upcoming video, and the answer was yes. So I think it's worth a shot. So let's get to it. This drawing is my half an hour of an art trade with Mimi Monlon on Tumblr, featuring her fan design of Lohengrin from Princess Tutu. I really like Mimi Monlon's cute style, and we've done art trades in the past and they've been really fun. For this piece, I started with a really messy sketch just to pin down the general pose and anatomy, and then I went back again with another layer to make some of the details clear, especially the lines. I wasn't sure at first if I would do my normal line art and flat colors approach, but since I hadn't done a digital painting in a good while, I decided to try it out. Since I did decide to do a painting, I should have kept the second cleaner sketch on its own layer and just deleted the really messy base one, but I didn't, and it gave me grief later, as you will see in a bit, when the cleaning part takes forever. But I didn't really decide to do this painting until about this point in the video anyway, so just bad on me for not planning before. After doing the sketch, I roughed in the flat colors, and I usually do in a much neater way, but again, I was just kind of throwing my plan out the window because I did this all on a whim. It's not something I suggest if you want to keep your drawings as efficient as possible, but I didn't care. I had to do some backtracking and get subtle hue changes, and then I really just roughed in the shadows in a multiply layer with a soft watercolor brush. So after about this point is when I go into cleanup, which can range from a very annoying to very calming and fun, and it really depends on how clean your original sketch layer is. This sketch layer, it was, aside from the very messy lines, pretty straightforward and clear, and it isn't complicated either, so it wasn't too annoying and it didn't take too long, but I do wish I had been cleaner with my sketch and stuff, just so I could have been a better example. And for my watercolor paintings, I only use the watercolor brush and the oil paint brush because they're just the best ones for getting this type of texture, at least for me. Once everything's cleaned up later in this video, I combine all the layers into one and then clip an overlay layer onto that to pull out some more, a little bit more contrast in the lighter areas, because this is a very dark piece, not subject-wise, just value-wise, and it gave it a little bit more interest. Sometimes I add even more effects like a correction layer or a multiply layer or something to make everything fit better, but this is already a pretty good design and a good color scheme, so it fit really well anyway. I also put a texture on overlay above everything, which I think is a nice touch to my paintings, because sometimes they get really smooth and they lack texture. But I should add that I just picked a texture off of Google, and you really shouldn't do that, or if you do, you should check what the site it's on or whoever created to see if it's okay to use in your own artwork, because otherwise they could have a right to ask, well, actually they do have a right to tell you to take it down, because you shouldn't be using other people's art in your own art. That's plagiarism. Even if it's just textures, people work really hard to create these, and you should only use the ones that are free for use, especially if you plan on making money off of your work. So I guess in this context, since I was just doing this for an art trade and I didn't really get any money out of it, aside from whatever few cents I'm making off of this YouTube video, it's fine, but I really urge you guys to find free ones. This is an old bad habit that I really need to get out of. There are tons of resources for legitimate free textures and other art resources like patterns and brushes and stuff. There are ways to get it for free besides just copying and pasting from Google. Now for references, that's fine. Like if I were just referencing the texture and making my own, that would have been fine, but I didn't. And in hindsight, I have decided to start only using my own textures or those provided for free use. So even just Googling free textures or free texture packs in this example leads to a bunch of websites. So I really urge you guys to do that. And at this point, basically everything's done. Once I get these last details that I was talking about done, I just sign it and take care of a few tiny details, and then voila. If you like this video and the voiceover, please make sure to comment and like it and subscribe and tell me that you like it and that you want more. If you don't like the voiceover, I suggest becoming a patron so that you get first say in whether something like this happens again. On Patreon, for as little as $1 a month, you get to see early access of my sketches, of my works in progress. There are patron-only polls, as well as, and I think this is the best one, free downloads on anything on my Gumroad, which I plan to keep adding all of my digital sketchbooks to for the foreseeable future. If you can't afford to back the Patreon, I totally understand. Instead though, you could try commissioning me or buying something from my Redbubble or giving a small donation on my Ko-Fi page. All the links are in the description below, and if you can't donate or pay or have no money, I totally understand. And thank you for just watching this video, I guess. Thanks for watching. I'll try to get another video up before too long, but school just started for me like today, so I might have some free time and I might not, and I just got finished moving all of my stuff across country, so things have been weird. But thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you like this video. Please check out the link in the description or at the end of this video right here on the screen right now. Thank you guys for watching, and bye!